But now what I want to do is I pretty much queried my database and selected all the messages that I have not yet read. However, I didn't do anything with it. Nothing's popping up on the screen yet. So what I want to do, I actually want to store the number of messages that I have not read yet, or new messages, in a variable called num. Now, in order to get the number of the result set, you need to use a function called mysql underscore num underscore rows. What this is going to do is it's a function where we need to pass it in pretty much a MySQL query, which, oh, look at that, we have one right here. We pass it in a result set. It pretty much counts the number of rows from this result set or this query, and it stores it in a variable called num. So if this query returned 5 different rows, then this is going to be equal to 5. Make sense? So now what we need to do is we need to test if this is equal to 0 or if we have more than 0 new messages. So if num is exactly equal to 0, then that means we don't have any new messages. We read all the messages. So in this case, all we need to do is echo out a href equals messages, and I know I didn't create this page yet, but inbox, that's the link to your inbox, dot php. Now I'm just going to go ahead and write messages and end that link right there, but not before adding a pipe sign. So if we don't have any new messages, then just go ahead and make a plain old, let me just go ahead and show you guys real quick. Bucky. If we don't have any new messages, like in this instance, it's just going to give us a plain old link to our messages page where we can click on, and it could take us right there. However, if number is not equal to 0, then it must be greater than 0. Else, let's go ahead and this is the code where we must have a new message. So whenever we do have a new message, the first thing that we want to do is we want to go ahead and bold the word messages. So I'm actually going to go ahead and steal. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself right now. I first want to go ahead and well, let me go ahead and do this. This might be a little bit easier. I want to start with that core messages link. Now what we need to do is we're going to actually add some variables in here, so make sure to escape all your double quotation marks. Now the first thing I want to do if I received new messages is I want to bold this by changing the class equal to usernames. Now I know the usernames class is specifically built for usernames, but what it does is it basically bolds any link. So now this link right here, if we go ahead and end this span, is going to be bolded. Now aside from this, another thing that we want to do is right after messages, we want to put parentheses in here, and we want to put the number of new messages. So if we received 5 new messages, then it's going to say messages in bold, and it's going to say 5 in quotation marks. Now whenever you read a message, the status is going to change to red, so you only have 4 unread messages. So then it's going to say messages 4 in parentheses. Now of course the only other thing that we need to do after this is we need to add that little pipe sign right there, which is this little pipe sign right here, and then we code the rest of the links. So basically the only link that's going to be dynamic or changing is this messages link. The rest is really easy. So after this else right here, one second, someone's at my door. Alright, just a freaking UPS guy. Alright, so we already created that messages link, which is going to change depending on whether they have new messages or not. So now all we need to do is we need to add the other plain 3 links: add item, my account, and log out. So we only want to show these links if the user is logged in. So this is the code in here, which is the user logged in, then this is the code we want to output. All of this code right here is for the messages. So where we want to put these other 3 links is right here, outside the messages else clause, but inside the code where they must be logged in. So in order to do this, go ahead and just put an echo, single quotation marks. Now the first link is add item, and let me just surround this with a little a href equals, and let's name this page add item.php. And of course, eventually we're going to need to create all these pages. And after this, let me just go ahead and put a little pipe sign. And I actually can cheat a little bit if I want to. So the first is to add an item. The second one is to my account. And we'll name this page account.php. And the last thing that we need to do is add one more link. I forgot if I copied anything. Copy and paste that shiz. Now the last link is a log out link, and this script is the easiest script to make. I can't wait till I teach you guys this. Log out. So now if we go ahead and save this code, we see that our top right links are going to be one of two things. If the user is not yet logged in, then they get two options, register or logged in. If they are logged in, then the first link it shows is whether they have any new messages or not. If they don't have any new messages, it just gives you your default link. If they do have new messages, it gives you that cool blue link. But either way, it puts the messages link out there, and it also gives you your 3 other default links whenever you are logged into your account. So there you go. I'm going to go ahead and test this, and I probably messed up something. In the meantime, go ahead, grab something from Burger King or McDonald's, somewhere unhealthy, and I'll talk to you in the next video.